I used to have such a hard time saving money. I was making decent money. I was making $50,000 a year, but I had no idea where that shit was going. At the time, I was actually $40,000 in debt, but I was able to turn it all around and become a millionaire by 30 years old. And I want to share with you guys my best tip in order to change your entire life. I promise you, it is not going to be shame or blame or restriction, because that stuff is not conducive to building wealth, and it actually doesn't work. So I took a criminology class in university, and I promise this is going somewhere. And in this class, one of the studies that we looked at was that children who grew up in neighborhoods where there is a higher police presence, they have a higher likelihood of becoming criminals themselves, because these children were inherently more likely to be criminals, but because they grew up in such a way that their beliefs and their thoughts told them that that's who they were. When certain situations arose, it became easier for them to proceed with something that they probably didn't want to do in the first place, but felt almost natural to them because of the way that they grew up and the belief system that this created for themselves. And this is because your thoughts and beliefs become your feelings become your actions, and your actions get you all of the results that you have in life. When it comes to personal finance, your money beliefs, your money rules, your money scripts, the things that you believe and use to run your life and your actions today with money are formed by the time you are 7 years old, based on the things that you saw your caregivers do, the way that they talked about money, the way that they interacted with money. If they said things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or who'd she have to screw to get that job? Parents told you money buys happiness. If you watch your parents be very frivolous with their spending, these all impact your thoughts and beliefs, which impact your feelings, which impact your actions, which impact your results. If you grew up with really frugal parents who said things like, we don't have the money for that, and that created even perceived feelings of deprivation as a child, when you go and you grow up and you get your own money, you can look to fill that internal void with going and buying something. You felt scarcity when you were younger because of frugality or because your parents didn't have a lot of money. Having money could feel uncomfortable to you because you don't know when you're going to have the opportunity to spend it again. All this to say that your first step to getting ahead with money is understanding why you've been doing what you're doing and rewriting those scripts that you created for yourself when you were 7 years old. If you have not updated those scripts, that 7-year-old you that believed in the tooth fairy is still running your life today at 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. It's not usually something that just changes on its own. We need to be intentional about it. This is actually part of the premise that I've created an all new free training for you guys on called Kick Your Shopping Addiction Masterclass. If you want to grab your spot, it's only available for a limited time. Link in bio. Let's change your life.